thank you for joining me today. My name is Rebecca Parrish. I'm a senior at Troy University minoring in leadership. I'm excited to share with you some of my ideas and thoughts about leadership philosophy and how it applies to our lives. To begin, I want to first define leadership. John Maxwell says leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Leadership was defined by former President Dwight D. Eisenhower as the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. I'm sure we can all agree and understand that these definitions are accurate, however, they are incomplete. My definition of leadership would be the ability to observe oneself and react to others accordingly, pursuing a common goal. In other words, we must first learn about ourselves and lead our own emotions, feelings, and desires well. Once we have accomplished that, we can learn about others and lead them accordingly. It is imperative that the leader and follower are pursuing the same goal, otherwise, the leader and follower relationship is futile. During my time at Troy University, I have learned a lot about leadership and about myself in a leadership role. Though I do not have an official role of a leader at work, I am still in a leadership position because of the knowledge I possess. Let me explain. I work in a daycare, but I also have 4 of my own children. I work with a lot of high school students who do not know much, if anything, about children. I've had to teach them how to hold a child, how to change a diaper, how to talk to parents, how to write accident reports, the list goes on and on. Though I'm not a boss or any type of supervisor, I'm still in a leadership role because of my knowledge. One of the goals I have been working on is stepping out of my comfort zone to truly teach these high school students how to be good employees, not just for the sake of the children we are all working with, but because they will soon graduate high school and they will enter the workforce, and I want to give them the best chance they have at success by teaching them how to be good employees and the best employees they can be. After graduation, I plan to continue using these skills that I have learned at Troy to better my leadership skills within my family and work. I do plan a career change in a few years where I will be stepping into a leadership role at our local school. Though I will still be working with children, they will be older kids, and I must assume a leadership and authoritative role. The authoritative role is one where I currently feel I can improve upon. I'm confident in my abilities to lead, however, I do not like to be authoritative, or rather, I'm scared that I will be too dictator-like. I cowered away from my authoritativeness, and I want to learn to be more authoritative because this is an important personality trait that a good and effective leader must possess. No one wants to follow a leader who does not have authority, so this is definitely a characteristic I want to improve upon and possess. One characteristic that I do have and I love is my ability to communicate. I actually have a tendency to over-communicate, and I am aware of this fault and I'm striving daily to improve. Communication is imperative when it comes to leadership. If you do not tell the followers where they are going or what they are doing, they will likely not follow you, or at least will not follow you for very long. There are some people who will blindly follow, but that is not effective leadership. To be a good leader, you must communicate with the followers where you are leading them and why you are leading them. As I stated earlier, leaders and followers must share a common goal for anything to be accomplished. I want to share a little story with you that might help put some of this into perspective. I'm sure we can all recall a time in our schooling careers where we had the dreaded group project. I was in 5th grade and it was time to work on a group project. Our class was small with only 10 people in total, 2 groups of 5. Within each group, we had the smart kid, the one who knew all the information. We had the organizer who made sure the information flowed. We had the artistic person who made sure the project looked good. We had the checker who looked for typos and grammatical errors. And we had the presenter who talked in front of the class to give the presentation. Our class actually did really well with group projects because we all knew our roles and we could jump into projects with little to no effort because we all knew what we were supposed to do. Until one day, our teacher changed it up on us. We were not allowed to do what we had always done. She even changed who was in the groups. Now we had 2 presenters and 2 artistic people in this group and 2 checkers and 2 smart kids over here, and the organizers were split up between the groups. It was utter chaos, disaster projects. We had to reconfigure everything. But let me pause for a moment and say, the goal never changed. Completing the project was the goal, and we all knew that. What had changed was our abilities to depend on ourselves and our classmates in ways that we were comfortable with. We had to inwardly examine ourselves, determine what characteristics we would assume, communicate that with the group, then move forward with the project. It allowed us to learn more about ourselves and about each other. It was very effective leadership on the part of our teacher. She took the time to she made sure we took the time to examine ourselves and work together in a different way than we were used to, which brings us back to today. Leadership is only effective if there is a common goal. But before that goal can be reached, the leader and the followers must be aware of their own emotions, feelings, and desires, and be able to effectively communicate with each other to pursue that common goal. Thank you so much.